Welcome to This Explainer. I am honestly so thrilled you're here right now. Yes, you. I know exactly how hard you've been pushing yourself, and I want to set the stage right off the bat here. This isn't going to be just another dry, boring lecture. This is a journey, just you and me, uncovering the true secret to finally passing the JLPT. You've been carrying this incredibly heavy burden of stress around, haven't you? Well, let's lift that right off your shoulders today. Section 1. The Sweet Trap of Searching. Are you studying or just scrolling? So I have to ask you, what were you doing right before this? Come on, be honest with me. Right now, are you actually studying? Or are you just endlessly searching for textbooks? Watching YouTube reviews, checking all those online recommendations, or maybe standing in a bookstore comparing covers for the third time this week. I see you doing this. And while I completely admire your absolute dedication to finding the perfect tools, I have to tell you the truth. While you're searching, you aren't actually studying. Listen, the JLPT is not a workbook collection championship. I mean, look at your desk. Are you trying to open a public library over there? You're completely exhausting yourself looking at everyone else's study methods. And by the time you finally sit down to work, you're just way too tired to read a single kanji. It's completely draining your precious energy, and you're getting zero actual skill improvement out of it. All right, section 2, the root of the problem. Let's look at exactly why your bookshelf just keeps growing. So why does that bookshelf keep expanding? Well, I know the real reason, and honestly, it breaks my heart a little. It all comes from a place of deep anxiety. It's an anxiety spiral. You start a book, and before you even get halfway through it, the whispers start in your head. Is this book okay? Maybe there's a better one out there somewhere. What if this whole method is totally inefficient? That fear just takes over. So what do? You abandon the book, you buy a shiny new one, and the cycle repeats. You're trapped in this endless, stressful loop just trying to protect yourself from failure. But I'm here to protect you from this spiral. Here's the stark reality of it all. A failing student just keeps hoarding more and more workbooks out of pure anxiety. But a passing student, the person I absolutely know you are going to be, simply takes a completely normal, everyday workbook and repeats it until it literally falls apart in their hands. The illusion that a perfect book is magically out there waiting for you is exactly the trap that causes failure. You don't need a magical book. You just need to believe in the one you already have. You see, searching just gives you the feeling of studying. And wow, that is a dangerous, dangerous illusion. When you're browsing for textbooks, your brain actually tricks you into feeling productive. You feel like you're making real progress. But in reality, you're just permanently frozen right at the starting line. Take my hand and let me finally help you cross it. Moving on to section 3, the magic lies in repetition. This is the unglamorous secret to conquering N2 and N1. If you want to reach those advanced levels, here's the absolute truth. JLPT success is determined by the amount of repetition, not the amount of knowledge. Knowing more resources absolutely does not equal knowing more Japanese. I passionately want to dispel this myth for you right now. It is not about how many different grammar structures you've casually skimmed across 10 different books. It's entirely about how many you've truly, deeply mastered. Going wide and shallow, skimming a vast ocean of a dozen different textbooks, it's only going to lead to failing the exam. Especially for N1 and N2, your strongest strategy is going narrow and deep. You really must embrace a narrow scope. Master a smaller amount of material, but do it with profound, unwavering depth. Let me comfort you with the simple math of success here. If your approach is to take this massive, intimidating workbook and slog through it just one single time, the result is weak. But if you take a modest, thin workbook and you repeat it 5 times, the result is unimaginably strong. You don't need to be overwhelmed by a massive textbook. A thin book, fueled by your devoted repetition, is just so much more powerful. So here is that unglamorous path laid out for us. Step 1, pick a single textbook. Just one. Step 2, narrow your scope. Step 3, repeat it until you absolutely master it. And step 4, never, ever ignore your mistakes. I know it's quiet, hard work, but this is the exact path to success. Face those mistakes. Don't run from them. I'll be right beside you every single time you get an answer wrong, cheering you on to try again. Which brings us to section 4, your new starting line. Consider this a promise between you and me. I really want you to leave all that anxiety behind right now. Just let it go. Because you don't need the best workbook. You need a workbook you repeated until you could do it. Stop searching for perfection. Perfection is just a cold illusion that keeps you from ever starting. Instead, embrace the messy, beautiful, incredibly powerful act of repetition. So, here is your royal decree for today. I want you to go to your bookshelf right now and choose just one book you already own. That's it. Stop looking for a new one. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It doesn't matter if it doesn't miraculously cover absolutely everything. What matters is that you commit to it and we finish it together. I will be right there emotionally supporting you through every single page. Because the one who repeats wins. It really is that simple. No more searching, no more endless anxiety, just you, me, and the unyielding power of repetition. So, are you ready to finally open that book with me? I know you can do this. I'll be right here waiting for you on page 1.